Good afternoon, Long Island. This is another edition of the Chapters Wrap. Your host, Steve Vaccaro. Please jump on board this love train at 631-888-8811 or 631-888-8812. We're here at WGBB 1240 AM, the oldest radio station here in Long Island. We are so happy that we have so many special guests today. Tyler Walsh, his music, he's from Lynbrook, and he's going to be playing his little heart out in a couple of minutes. Thank you, Tyler, for being here. We have Portia Ingram, and she's going to do her Disability Community Roundup, and she'll be telling us vital information locally, nationally, and about an upcoming movie that's coming up. We'll have Matthew Kahn talking about his artwork, and we'll also have Richard Souto talking about a significant weight loss. He was premiered in Newsday a while back, and I actually know his mom, so we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll have CC Sports Scene, Chris Campbell's Crestwood Auto Brokerage, Chris Auto Sports Report, and we'll have the music again of Tyler Walsh. And just like we do every day here, this is this date in history, October 18th. 1898, American flag was raised in Puerto Rico. Significant event. 1945, Nazi war crime trial opens up in Nuremberg. That's a significant day in history based on what Hitler did in World War II. 1969, Rod Stewart joins the Small Faces, and he went on to a outrageous career, music career. And in 1977, Chris will love this, and I love this too as a Yankee fan. The Yankees win the World Series against the Dodgers 8-4. Reggie Jackson hits 3 home runs on 3 consecutive pitches, right, Chris? 3 pitches, Reggie Jackson. I can see it in my mind now. I was jumping around in my mother's living room until she told me to go to bed. So anyway, the pitcher, Charlie Huff, was the last pitcher to give up that home run. But you know what? We have celebrity birthdays too. I need to get over that. I keep forgetting that. Celebrity birthdays today. We have Chris Mad Dog Russo. He is 57 from Mike and the Mad Dog. He is an amazing talent, and he has a satellite radio station. So who knows? Maybe we'll join forces down the road. He was Mike and the Mad Dog, and Mike continued to do his show on WFAN. Martina Navratilova, a huge tennis pro that really made it big in the 70s and 80s. She's a dynamic tennis player, and she's very inspiring. And speaking of tennis, I got to tell you, I've been going to this cardiac rehab for the last couple of weeks, and my doctor said, Steve, you're ready to do things on your own. So I said, okay, Dr. Cohen, I will start doing things on my own. So what I did was, last week, I went mountain climbing with a friend. Okay, we went mountain climbing upstate New York, and it was a significant mountain climb, and he told me, you know, there might be bears around. So I said, okay, no problem, we're going to do this thing. Brian, you with me there? Okay, it's a long, yeah, so there's a long story here, because tennis, Martina brought me back to this event that happened last week. Anyway, we're mountain climbing up in the mountains, and lo and behold, we saw this big bear in front of us. So this bear was really in our face. So as we saw this, frightened our butts off, we took off. I dropped my bag. My friend had his bag and was still running down the hill. This bear is following us, and all of a sudden he stops, my friend, and he takes out these tennis shoes and he puts them on his feet. I said, what are you doing? This bear is going to follow us. He said, you know what? I really don't care about the bear, but I want to get away from you, so you're stuck on your own. So I said, okay. So you had to put on the tennis shoes. Oh, there, we got the drum roll. Very good, Brian. And on the way here today, since I like to play tennis, and I told my Dr. Cohen I'll be playing tennis, I was driving around on Central Avenue in Valley Stream, rushing to the show after I played tennis in the morning. And I'm at a red light, and this car rear ends me. Bam. Okay, so he gets out of his car, and I had my headband on from the 80s. I had my tube socks up to my knees. I had these tight form shorts playing tennis.
I'm getting a terrible visual.
Yes, I know. That's lucky we're on radio here. So anyway, I get out of my car because I just played tennis, and he says, oh, the guy that hit me, he said, you're a tennis player. I said, I love to play tennis. And he said, I'm a badminton player. We have a lot in common. Maybe this was meant to be. Maybe we were meant to my car is meant to hit your car, and this is divine intervention. Maybe we'll be friends forever, and this will be a peaceful thing. I said, you know what? You're kind of right. Maybe this was meant to be. And so he took me away from this car accident. So then he proceeds to tell me, you know what? Thank this car accident, my bottle of wine in the back seat did not break. And I said, wow, that's great. He said, you know what? Maybe we're meant to have a drink together. So he whips out this bottle of wine, He opens it up, and he gives it to me. He goes, "Here, this is from me to you. Take a swig." So I take a swig of this bottle of wine, and proceed to give it back to him. And he twists the cap on, and he gives the bottle back to me. I said, "Aren't you going to take a swig of the wine just like me, because we're friends forever now?" He said, "No, I'm just going to wait for the police."
Oh.
So, wow. You know, that took a long way to get there. And this is all from tennis. So, I apologize, you guys. And I have more bad jokes, but I have to save them for future radio shows. But anyway, Brian, I don't know. Well, Brian, let's get out of this mess. Can you tell people how to listen to WGBB or watch it on the web?